What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on this video today. If y'all are new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like and subscribe like always. It'd be very much appreciated. But today we're back making an actual YouTube video. Lately I've been just doing shorts, I've been trying to grind out, not really grind out, but trying to making more shorts, and they've been popping a little bit. I've been using CapCut. You know how you like have your face here and then the video showing here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the algorithm and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. We're back now, finally making an actual YouTube video. So I was like, what do I want to make a YouTube video about? And I was like, there was some big fights, so we're gonna make multiple videos, so y'all stay tuned for all the rest of them. But yeah, today we gotta talk about a big fight that happened on Friday, which is a weird day to have a fight, but it was in Saudi Arabia. And y'all don't know, it was Francis Ngannou, the UFC heavyweight champion at one point, going up against Anthony Joshua, a current, well, he's not current now, but he was a former boxing champion. So now let's go ahead and talk about some history behind these fighters. So Francis Ngannou, right? He's already had his first debut fight, and honestly, it's ridiculous on what his debut opponent was, and that was Tyson Fury, one of the best heavyweights in the world. You know what I mean? So that's just crazy knowing that a guy debuted in boxing, fighting already one of the best ever, right? So that was ridiculous. But in that fight, I actually made a video about it a while back because it did happen, I think, a year ago. But in that fight, Tyson Fury was actually struggling against Francis Ngannou, and it made a lot of people think like, bro, Francis Ngannou actually is a pretty good, boxer. You know what I mean? It was to a point where he knocked down Tyson Fury at one point in the fight, which shook everybody, including me, watching that. You know what I mean? But yeah. It really showed that Francis Ngannou is a pretty good fighter. He can be in there with the best people, because going up against Tyson Fury, you would think he would get absolutely smoked. Now, let me go ahead and put it out. Tyson Fury had a horrible fight. I think this dude fought the worst fight he could possibly fight. You know what I mean? He just looked like he wasn't taking it serious. I don't know. I guess I don't really feel for him, but at the same time, I kind of understand why, because I know you have to take every fight serious, but this definitely looked like it was a cash grab. We didn't know much about how good Francis Ngannou was at boxing, right? So, like, who really would have thought this guy was going to be as good as he was? You know what I mean? So, everybody doubted him, but he came out, and it looked like, bro, and honestly, for me too, I thought he won the fight. I thought he beat Tyson Fury at one point, you know what I mean? But they gave it to Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? So, people say robbery. I would maybe say robbery, but I don't know, man. I got to watch it again. But yeah, Francis Ngannou fought him. Then he was like, nah, I'm not finished. We lost, but I'm not finished. And that dude went for another great former heavyweight champion, right? So my first thought of the fight was that I thought Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua would be a pretty close fight. You know what I mean? Because obviously what we saw from his last fight. And Anthony Joshua was coming back from a knockout win and everything like that. But I was like, this could be a pretty close fight, but I just had a feeling, man. I had a feeling that Anthony Joshua would knock out Francis Ngannou, probably in round 7, 8, something like that, right? So yeah, I guess you can call it my prediction. I thought it was gonna be a pretty close fight up to round 5, 6, maybe 7, and that's when I thought Anthony Joshua was gonna show some crazy power and eventually knock out Francis Ngannou. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual fight and what happened, because let me tell you, I was right and I was wrong at the same time. So it's finally fight night and everything like that. They're fighting in Saudi Arabia, and the fight was on Friday night. I don't know, that was very weird for it to happen. And apparently I kept hearing that when the actual main event happened, it was like 3 in the morning over there. I was like, bro, what? And there was a lot of stars out there. Like I saw Jose Mourinho in the freaking stands. I saw damn R9, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, the fight finally took place, and round 1 came upon us, right? And I could already see something that Francis Ngannou was doing that I was not liking. He was reacting to every single feint Anthony Joshua was doing. Anthony Joshua would go low, that dude's hand down. That dude's hand would go down. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a straight right hand. I can just tell. The right hand for Anthony Joshua is going to connect, and now that dude's going to sleep. I just knew it. He was going to go to sleep out eventually, right? So they were fighting, it was looking good. They were trying to fill each other out for the first minute or so. You know what I mean? Francis Ngannou was trying to check hook him every single time he tried to go for a jab to the body and stuff like that. And I was like, well, watch out, because what I was thinking was, Anthony Joshua would go low first and back up with a straight right hand and absolutely demolish him and put him to sleep. But it was actually, I think, a counter that made him go down, I think. No, it wasn't. It was crazy because the first knockdown was in the first round, and it was just a straight right hand right to the freaking face, bro. And it sent Francis Ngannou going backwards, dude. And I was like, damn, yeah, that's a little. It shook him a little bit, you know. I don't think it necessarily hurt him. I think it was like a flash knockdown, so he was able to get up ease, right? It was pretty easy. Then the second round comes. And I see the same thing. Francis Ngannou was biting off all the feints. And then this was the time. This is the counter that Anthony Joshua did. Francis Ngannou went for a jab. Anthony Joshua slipped it. Came back with a right hand. Absolutely shook him, bro. He fell to the ground. And I could tell this one hurt him bad. This one hurt Francis Ngannou pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. He got up for the count. I was like, okay. We don't know how straight he is in the head now because he got hit with a good shot, right? And then before you even can breathe and let the fight go on for a little bit longer, you just see Anthony Joshua wind up for a crazy overhand right. And what he did was smart. Anthony Joshua looked like he was going for, just an overhand, but at the last second, he turned it and made it a straight. Went straight. Oh my God, bro. That knockout, bro, was vicious. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing that, bro, I was like, oh, that's tough, bro. That's a crazy knockout. I mean, if y'all seen the replay, bro, Francis Ngannou went to sleep, bro. It was done for. His knee gave out on him. He tore his ACL, MCL, and everything with his knee going backwards like that, bro. Like, it was over for him, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was a tough knockout to see. I really like Francis Ngannou, so seeing that kind of made me feel bad for him, you know what I mean? But we can't say nothing about Anthony Joshua. That dude is a straight killer. I mean, just his cold celebration afterwards. He just knocked a man out of his shoes, bro. Left him there just dangling on the floor lifeless. And bro just walked off, dabbed up his freaking coach and was like, I do this for a living, bro. Like, that's cold, bro. That's really cold. It took a minute for Francis Ngannou to actually get up. He was using an oxygen mask, so it was a little serious. But I'm glad he was okay at the end of the day. But yeah, like that was a very tough knockout. And I think it put specifically Tyson Fury on notice, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, after the fight, they were showing love to each other, showing respect. I love to see that, you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua came up to him and was like, yo, don't stop boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need anything, you let me know. Not gonna lie, bro. Whole time, Francis Ngannou looking like he didn't know where he was, bro. Bro wasn't even looking at him, bro. He was like, where am I, bro? Like, if you see the replay, bro, you know what I mean. Like, bro just looked like he was not there, you know what I mean? And I mean, he just got knocked out, so yeah, it was a pretty good fight. Like I said, I was expecting a knockout from Anthony Joshua, but I thought it was gonna be a lot closer. Nah, dude went straight to work. He went for business, you know what I'm saying? Second round, he was like, it's done, it's over. And I was like, damn. I wasn't expecting that. So now let's talk about the guy who was watching there live, and that is Tyson Fury. Bro, this honestly makes Tyson Fury look bad. You know what I mean? Because dude was struggling with Francis Ngannou. And honestly, Anthony Joshua came in there and made it look pretty easy. You know what I mean? And you can tell like that was on his mind too. Tyson Fury, if you saw, they were showing a close-up of him afterwards, you could just tell his body language. He was like, oh crap, get me away from Anthony Joshua. He was like, clapping it up for him. He was saying, hey, good work. But I know in the back of his mind, he's like, oh, this guy's a killer. This guy, get me away from this dude. You know what I mean? Same time, I do gotta admit that, bro, when Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou, like I said earlier, we didn't know what to expect of him. So I could see why Tyson Fury really didn't take the fight serious. But when Anthony Joshua saw how Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury and saw that he's actually a pretty decent fighter, that's when Anthony Joshua even said that he took this fight serious. That could play a part, but at the same time, I never really thought Tyson Fury would even get a knockout like that. Tyson Fury doesn't get knockouts like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, this just shows that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury definitely still needs to happen, right? It will be amazing, a big fight. But I don't know if it would happen because right now we have Tyson Fury going up against Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Which is a really good fight. I'm actually excited to see that, But I think the only way we could see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, which I don't really know who really wins that fight. It could be a really close fight. But yeah, I think that's really the only way we could see that fight happen. But hey, if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, will he go for the Anthony Joshua fight? That's the question. I don't know if he will. because he can. There's a lot of excuses he can make for him not to fight, but I don't know. Well, we're just gonna have to see. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with this whole Francis Ngannou Anthony Joshua fight. Yeah, like I said, I kind of expected Anthony Joshua to get that knockout, but not in the second round for sure. But yeah, just shows that Anthony Joshua is still in the mix. So we'll see what he does. And in terms of Francis Ngannou, I'm always gonna watch whatever he does. This guy's a good fighter. You know what I mean? I really expect Francis Ngannou to go to another different sport and do what he did. So yeah, respect for both of them. And thank y'all so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to doing the actual regular YouTube videos now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still be putting out shorts if you guys want to see it. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.